I was a player before with the PDL team, and then I kind of returned into a coaching and playing role with the men's and the women's a few years back. And then naturally, I had an objective of eventually coaching the men's team, and the opportunity presented itself. So I have to make a decision to coach and not to play. But again, I think that this was the best decision that I've ever made. I wouldn't say there was much transition. I think that obviously some people, and I think we've had this conversation before, but I think that some people think that you have to coach men and women differently, and I don't believe that one bit. And so I've coached the women's team like I've coached men's teams because I don't know any differently. I think that maybe it's not what I bring to the table. I think it's what I can bring out in these players. So I think that the knowledge and the experience and stuff is already in this team. So it's just now finding ways to bring this out in the players. And I have like an amazing group of players, and so we work really hard, but sometimes they make my life easy when they do certain things. So this season has taught to me and this team a lot of things, but I think the biggest one is to stick to your principles, because we have a way of playing and a way of training in which we believe is the best, but other teams may have some different way. And so when you don't get results and you don't see the immediate success, some teams and some coaches just change right away, which we don't. And you know, I think that in the end, we sticking to our principles and our playing style and doing things the way we did, to succeed in that manner at this point is really nice for us.
I think it's been a tougher season than we thought with the Canadian Championships that we had to travel a bit more and prepare for. We had a trip to Bermuda for 6 or 7 days to get ready for it. And the strange thing is, the games before and after is where we lost 5 points out of 6 of our total this year.
I think at the beginning of the season we got off to a good start and things were clicking just fine, and our attentions turned towards the Canadian Championship. You know, we came back and things didn't go as planned, obviously. So I think that took a toll on the boys. So we came back into League One. I think everybody's minds are still a little bit on that, as much as you try not to think about it.
Yeah, I think 1 or 2 of the lads have had great seasons, but especially Anthony Novak. Anthony's been absolutely outstanding. He can either play wide, he can play in midfield, or he's the lone striker, which he's done. I think he's done that for about half of the year, and he's ended up with 18 goals. So it's not bad.
The Golden Boot's obviously that's a good achievement for myself. Each year I'm able to put a few away, but this year the only difference primarily is I just got to play closer to the net, right? Started off the season in midfield, and filled one away for a little bit and had to fill in, and then things just kind of took off. Well, the goal first is to win the championship. I mean, that's the first biggest priority, you know. Finish in a good place in the league, put yourself in a good position to do well in the playoffs, go and win, do the same thing, just like the year before.
Every team's hard to beat now. It's, you know, usually they've all got their older players now, and everybody knows their best 11. So it's going to be a tough month, a real tough month. Looking forward to it.
But we've had a lot of players sort of step up this year. Our captain Cam's played pretty much every minute of every game. Our striker Lerone Young has played pretty much every game for us. His game has improved dramatically this year, both his work on the ball as well as off the ball, and I think he's become more of a complete striker. This year we didn't make any additions. You know, we kind of felt that, you know, the team we started with was the team we want to work with all year. When we sat down with the players, we gave a commitment to them and asked for them to give a commitment to us. So there's no point in us chopping and changing at the deadline. What we did do is start to integrate some of the younger players in the club and try to get them more minutes in anticipation that they will form the base of our team moving forward.
We had a few struggles during the season. I mean, we had a couple guys. We had our captain Taylor Lord injured first game of the year. I think early through May and June, we had a lot of transition. We had a lot of changeover in the squad, which made things a little tough at times. But as the year went on, a lot of us got used to playing with each other. A lot of the U17s from the OPDL team came up and started to get integrated, which was great.
I think there's been times through the year where we've shown that we can compete with any team in the league. But like any team, it's going to be how the players come, the attitude they come for the day. We've got talent on the team. There's no doubt about that in my mind. It's just if they come with the right mindset and approach the game as a collective, then we've got a chance as well as anybody else.
I think for us to go far in the playoffs is going to be the exact same thing that we did against Sigma, making sure that whenever teams have the ball, get 10 behind the ball, whether we want to press high, repress, drop in and play a real tight box. I think for us it's going to be working hard, playing strong defensively, but then capitalizing on our chances. I mean, you see in that Sigma game we had a few chances in the second half where unfortunately we countered and we couldn't get that second. And so if we can get that second sometimes, especially in the key games coming up against Vaughan, London, and Alliance, it's going to be key for us to go far.